and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to the 6th, maybe 7th episode of Nailed It. I'm really excited to be doing this collaboration that Lexi Zhang started. There's a number of co-content creators on these collabs that we do every 2 weeks or so. I'll have all their information in the description box below and links to their channels. So every 2 weeks or so, we get together, we decide on an image, a graphic that we want to use as inspiration, and then we take that picture, see above, and do some sort of imitation of it or use it as our muse for a look that we want to create. So the one that we have today, and I'm looking at it on my iPad, is seemingly simple. And this happens every time we pick a picture. Every time we pick a picture or video or whatever. We're always like, oh, that's beautiful. It doesn't look too hard. And it's deceptive, because anytime you see a look done in an ad or, you know, Instagram, whatever it is, by a professional makeup artist, what you realize is how talented these people are. I mean, you know that conceptually, but when you actually try to recreate it, it's incredibly hard. Also, the people that they have in the ads are generally perfect. This woman is stunningly beautiful and seemingly has no pores or wrinkles of any kind at all. Anyway, so I'm gonna recreate this look, or really use it as a starting point, right? To create something. I'm gonna go with a shade that is in the same family, because I actually really like that for my skin tone. I'm gonna do sort of a winged liner. The rest of the makeup is very, very simple, and I'm gonna keep to that. So let me pull back the Charlie's Angels hair that I have going on, which is gonna look really funky, but whatever, and I'll bring you in. So welcome to 2021, guys. Let's all hope that this year is better than the last. Not sure how it couldn't be. So let's take a look at this look. And I'd say I already have foundation on. I have my brows done, because I don't think she did anything, the artist did anything unusual with that. Really, this look is about a deceptively simple eye look and kind of a nude lip. So we're gonna try this. It's a winged eye. I am not particularly good with winged eyes, not because of the technique, but because I am 48 and I have wrinkles here, and the skin here is not as taut as it was when I was 12, like this girl. No, I'm sure she's in her 20s. Well, I hope she is. But anyway, I tried to make my eyebrows a little more feathery, but I didn't, do like a super feathery look. I suppose I could try to feather them up a little bit at the end, but let's use a little bit of blush. I don't want to use a ton. I'm going to go in with the Wayne Goss Blush Peony, which is this one, because I think the look that she has is a bright kind of pink shade, or something close to it. And I kind of think it's just like a wash of color like this. My skin is feeling very dry. I have a humidifier going in my house, but in New England, it gets really dry this time of year, like ridiculously dry. So I think I need to just drink a lot more water, and I haven't been good about that lately. So I need to cut back on the tea, although tea is good for you. I mean, I could drink more green tea, I suppose, and a little less black teas. All right, so let's buff that in just a tad bit. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Nice, flush. Nothing too much. Okay, so she has this sort of winged thing going on. Now, I have mentioned before, if you're wondering why I'm looking off to the side, because I have them somewhere on my table, but I don't know where they are. You can put like eye guards, which basically means like a piece of tape or something like right here. so that when you draw a line, but it's very crisp and it will leave like a very clear line. I generally don't do that. Why, I don't know, but I just don't. I try to draw it freehand. So we're gonna try that. It might go really badly, but so I'm gonna kind of draw it first. Hers is kind of, again, it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just looking. Hers is kind of a browny shade, which I think is kind of interesting. So I'm using the Enduring Love Sydney Grace palette today. And if you haven't seen it before, this is it. I have light and dark. These are some of my favorite palettes, guys. Sydney Grace is, as you know if you watch my channel, one of my favorites. I'm gonna go in with Robert, which is a very, it's like a matte brown shade. And I'm just gonna go in, this is an Esom T05, usually like a liner brush, but I'm gonna kind of use it as a way to come up with this line that will give me a straight line from my eye. Because hers basically goes out towards the outer corner of her eyebrow. I'll do the same over here. Kind of just sort of stamp that in. I mean, I'm going to be going over it with the shadow, but it'll give me like a good base. Yeah, there we go. All right. And like I said, I'll fix it when I do the shadow over it, and then, you know, when I finish it up. But that at least gives me the shape that I want, so I know where I'm going when I do the shadow. So the shadow I'm going to use is a color called John. It's a silvery shade, but it's a little warmer than it looks in the pan. It's a silver, but it's like a silvery gold. You'll see when I put it on. It's a really pretty shade. I'm going to use the Sonia G Mini Booster, but the little teeny one, the new one, in the, I forget what it's called, but basically the Travel, can't remember the name of it. That's terrible. But anyway, and I'm going to start by like just placing it on the lid, and then I will drag the shape. Now I could use many other brushes to place it. There's lots of good brushes to place it, but most of the Sonia G brushes are fairly dense and pick up pigmented shadows well. So it's not usually a problem, you know, getting a lot of fallout or anything, especially with the Sydney Grace palette. It's pretty soft, even though very pigmented. That's what I like about, well, a lot of things I like about the Sydney Grace palette, or palettes. Their shadows are very pigmented, but they're soft enough that they don't fly everywhere. So now I'm gonna try to do this shape, which is basically through your crease and then out. And the reason this is deceptively simple is because, like I said before, she doesn't have any drag. Her skin doesn't have any laxness like my skin does, or maybe your skin does, because again, as you get older, it's just, I mean, it's part of life. You lose a little of that. So we're just gonna go slowly. And I think if we go slowly, yeah, it works pretty well. Okay. Do the same thing over here. Yeah, I think if I tried to do this quickly, I would make a mess. I try not to pull at my skin. I do it anyway, but I mean to get a taut line, because it does over time, if you're always pulling at it, I'm just gonna pull a little here, add to the issue. But to be honest, it's not because I pull up my skin that's happening. It's because I'm 48. You know, just the way it is. You learn to adapt and overcome. I kind of feel like I'm making like little Yoda ears here. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you are, you know what I mean. Okay. Actually, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, not to toot my own horn or anything. All right, so now I'm gonna take this tiny brush. This is a Refer 03 brush. And I'm gonna go with the shade Deanna, which I'll show you. It's this shade here. Has some shimmer to it. And I'm just gonna put this on the outer corner a little in that wing. Because I just think it would look nice. I'm just doing a tiny bit. Okay, like see like the tiniest, tiny. All right, now I don't see, I just see mascara on the lower lids, and then the upper is just this. Okay, so I'll go back in with the John, pat this on a little here. Because she's got a little over. Okay. I think that's it, guys. All right, so mascara. She's obviously, she either has false lashes on or like outer corner lashes. I don't do lashes, as you guys probably know. So let me put on some mascara. I'll try to do some like lengthening mascara, and then we'll move to lips. I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani mascara. I've been playing around with this one a little bit, and frankly, I just want to get more data on it. I think it's a really good mascara. I think it is like a good lengthening mascara, which might be good for this look. We're about to find out. I'm gonna kind of concentrate on the outer corners here. I want to be, though, really careful because I went through all the trouble of that, you know, outer like line, and I don't want to get mascara all over it and screw it up. And because my lashes are long, they hit my eye a lot, and so if I get it all over my eyelid, then I'm gonna have to like clean up my eyelid, and I don't really want to do that. So we'll do one eye kind of on camera here, and you guys can see what you think. Yeah, I like the mascara. I actually think it's like a really good mascara. I just I've basically fallen in love with the Jones Road mascara, and so I've been using that. As you guys know, with mascara, you have to kind of use them fairly quickly. They have a short shelf life once you open them, so but yeah, I do like this mascara. I think it's good, and I definitely think it's lengthening, as you can see. All right, so that's that eye. I'll do the lower lashes. I'll use the same mascara. As I've said in a couple of my videos, I tend to use a different mascara on my lower lashes just because my lower lashes tend to hit my skin So I use like the Kevin Aquan one that I've just newly discovered. I really like that one. There's a couple that I use, but for purposes of what we're doing today. Okay, eyes are done. What do we think, guys? Not terrible, right? Hopefully. All right, let me bring you in really close so you can see. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's perfect by any means, but you know, what is, right, guys? So the lip is a very simple lip, and I'm gonna do the Tom Ford Balm Frost lipstick. This is the one that came out with the First Frost quad. It's basically just a shimmery balm. I really like it. I really find it to be a good product, but what I would say is a lot of people have complained that looking at it, you know, it looks all shiny and frosty, and you put it in your lips and it really just looks like a shiny balm. It's not glittery. They're right, it's not. It's not a glittery balm. It really is a shiny balm, but there's not much to it. You know, again, if you're looking for this nude look, if I'm looking at the video, there's a picture that I'm putting up, but it's actually linked to a video. She has just like kind of a glossy lip. I mean, there's really not much else there. So I think, you know, this actually works pretty well. Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, it's simple. Like I said before, this is not a complex look, but it's actually harder to do than it looks on the screen, because it's, you know, keeping something simple like this, finding the right shade that works for you, the line, all of it actually takes some attention to detail. So, and obviously the way this person did it is better than what I did. But yeah, I like the look. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, great. That was fun. I love doing these collabs. Like I've said before, I'm not a huge collab person, not because I don't, you know, love working with a lot of the people on YouTube. I do, but it's difficult with my schedule. So, you know, I can't do as many as I would like. But I want to thank Lexi for continuing to let me be a part of this. And if you're coming over from one of the other content creators' channels, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing. My channel is basically focused on luxury makeup. I do a lot with, you know, get ready with me, tutorials, new releases, you know, the whole 9 yards. And all of you that are watching that are subscribers of mine, please check out the other content creators that are part of this collab. They are absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to see what their interpretation of this look was. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.